Da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da.
Yep.
Da-da-dun-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba. Man, isn't that just a beautiful intro that somebody sang last week? Don't you like the new intro song?
Yeah. That's your singing voice. That's your doing the NFL, the Fox NFL jingle.
Yeah, not very well, but hey, it's all right. Sam, are you ready for week 2?
It's who you got, baby.
That's right. It is who you got week number 2. Week number 1 was pretty stacked.
It was fun. I think everyone did decently well. I know Jason's the only one that had a losing record on the week, but 7-9 is not terrible. Me and Jacobson are tied for first, but it's really not too far between people.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and just talk about it now. Sam, you said you went ahead and added some stuff here, right?
Yeah, so I added some stuff for power rankings. So I'm going to update the power rankings after every week. So they'll be based off the season record first and then the overall picks record. So something you'll see eventually with our power rankings. I'm going to pull them up here. Like I said, they go by season record first. So, like Chris, he went 9-7 in week 1, but he's 1-0. So that's why he's ahead. Guys like you, Brody, Braden, you guys had a higher picks record. You did better in the picks department, but he won his matchup. So he's 1-0. You guys are 0-1, and yeah, that's why he's ranked higher because we look at that first. That's what we're putting more. I mean, because that's your matchup. Those are your actual matchups.
Yep.
Now, if it came down like down the wire, down the stretch late in the season, if two guys have the same season record, it'll come down to who has the better picks record. Okay, and then if those are tied, go back to the rules and regulations.
Shouldn't Daniel be number 9 since he had a bye week?
So he's ranked ahead of everyone that's 0-1 because he's 0-0.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Go back to the regulations doc.
Okay.
So scroll down.
Oh.
So we have power ranking tiebreakers. So like I said, it's going to go season record first, then picks record. The guy with the greater picks record, if the season record is the same, would get the nod. But say those two are the same. Then the tiebreaker during the season is going to go to who has more prime time games correct.
Prime
time games correct that week. And if those are the same, and then it'll go to underdog games. Whoever picked the more underdogs to win that week. And then when it comes to the end of the regular season, when we're deciding playoff seedings, it'll go to who won their head-to-head matchup. So, like, say at the end of the regular season, me and you are in the running for the number 1 seed. We have the same season record, same picks record, but in our head-to-head matchup, I won.
Right.
I would get the nod. Say our head-to-head matchup was a tie. Then it would go to whoever had a better picks record in the final week. And if that's the same, well, then we'll have to go to like good old-fashioned rock, paper, scissors or something at that point. Because at some point it's like,
who will get the number 1 seed, right?
Well, at some point it's like,
pick a number between 1 and 10 or something.
Right, yeah. You got to find something that's like there's no way they can tie at this. So that's probably better. Pick a number between 1 and 10 because we're not going to be able to get together for rock, paper, scissors. But so yeah, those are just some updated things after week 1. I had to update and to make it more, official and stuff. So want to make sure we're doing this right and it's fair for everyone. But so far I think it's going all right. I also updated the schedule. So when I first made the whole schedule, that's the records one. So when I first did the schedule, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. I was just kind of randomly scheduling games. There were guys playing each other twice, throughout the season, and it shouldn't have to be that way in a 9-week season with 9 guys and 8 games because everyone gets a bye week. So I was able to create a round robin type of schedule where everyone plays each other once, everyone has a bye week, so it's as fair as it can possibly be. And we have the tiebreakers in place. The rules are in place, and it should run without a hitch now.
Oh yeah, that's always exciting.
Yep.
You're gonna say what?
I was just saying. So now going into week 2, Kale here actually is on his bye week.
Oh, that's all right. Because
That's all right.
That's all right. I need a chill weekend anyway. So
yeah.
And then we have another matchup with Sam. You're playing Brody, and then Brody playing you.
Yep. So we got me versus Brody. We've got Chris versus Braden, Keith versus Daniel, Jacobson versus Jason. Those are our matchups for week 2.
Everybody has about their picks in. I do have Chris's on my phone. And unfortunately, we're using my phone to record, so I can't look at them, and I forgot to send them you.
I got, you got Chris's picks.
Yeah, but they're on
your phone.
Yeah, I'm recording with my phone.
That's all right. We'll get them. But so far on the dock, we've got my picks, Jason's, Jacobson's, and Braden's. So we'll get Chris's here in a bit, and then we just need Brody's, Keith's, and Daniel's.
Go back to here the week 1. Here's some notable ones I just want to bring up too as well. Everyone picked KC. Everyone did not win that one.
Yeah.
And then
everyone picked Philly. Everyone got that one.
And then the Colts versus the Dolphins.
Only Braden got that one right.
Only Braden got that one right.
Braden picked a lot of underdogs, and he got a few of them.
Yeah.
He got Colts. He got Raiders. Or no, Raiders wasn't an underdog, but he did get, scroll down. He really just got the
easy ones.
The Colts one.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Everyone got Denver right, so I mean.
Yep.
He was
I guess he did pick Green Bay. They were technically an underdog.
Yeah.
So he got Green Bay and Indianapolis, correct.
Which that game was stupid. We were live for that as well, so we're going to keep doing lives. I think we agreed that it went well. It's going to be us 3, if not sometimes just us 2.
Yeah.
We're not going to just do NFL. We're going to actually do some other games as well. And maybe we'll watch some hockey and get Sam into hockey, huh?
Ooh, hockey.
Ooh, yes. But that we'll leave that for the podcast. This is who you got, damn it. So notable games, or I don't want to know. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the game of the week for me, even though I'm not picking this week. I'm going to have to go with... man, these are so...
I'm going Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl rematch.
Yep, that's probably going to be the most favored one, I'm going to be honest with you. But I could be wrong, so...
Yep.
So...
Houston-Tampa might be a good one.
Sam, go ahead and start going off for your picks here.
Yeah, so first game of the week, we got Thursday Night Football. We got my Packers at home versus the Washington Commanders. I think that could be a good game.
I do too, yeah. Jaden Daniels. So,
yeah.
Him coming out from last week. They played a really all right game against the Giants, but the Giants still suck. So, I mean, they lost that.
Yeah.
And Deebo Samuel was pretty good for them as well. And Terry
McLaurin, was he a little quiet in that one?
A little bit, yeah. Go ahead.
I did see that rookie running back for the Giants, that Cam Scatabo from Arizona State. He caught one swing pass out of the backfield and broke 3 tackles before they brought him down.
Nice.
So I think they might use him down the stretch. I don't know.
And then Green Bay, watching that disaster shit show for me. Hey, I think you guys look pretty damn good. Williams is looking great. Micah Parsons, holy shit. He is playing lights out last game. But hey, that's still one game, week 1. Everything's week 1, so let's not forget about that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say the Packers and Commanders. They were the 2 bottom seeds of the NFC playoffs last season. Commanders made it to the NFC Championship game.
PTSD.
Packers, they lost in the first round to the Eagles. And
you know what? I will say though, I will see. Are we gonna see Jordan Love struggle a little bit like he did last game? He played all right, but he wasn't like great. He was good.
I think he looked good. I don't know. I think Jordan Love played a solid game. Like you said, it's week 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Not everyone's going to come out and light the league on fire in week 1. I think he played
unless
solid.
you're Josh Allen.
He didn't turn the ball over. He threw a couple touchdowns. Made some good plays. The Lions are still a good team. People have to remember. And I think, he might struggle a little bit, but it's Jordan Love and Jaden Daniels, two of the best quarterbacks in the NFC right now. It's going to be, it'll be a good game. It's at Lambeau. My Packers, their defense looks really good. I think Micah's going to get after Jaden a little bit. I think we'll be able to stop the run. And I'm rolling with my Packers in this one.
Dallas is now going to be playing the Giants, so a little rivalry game right there. Giants, I think Dallas probably win that one.
Yeah, little NFC East rivalry game. I'm going Dallas. I just think with how tough they played the Eagles in week 1, defending champs, I think they might be solid this year. I think offensively, Dak will be able to get it done. They seem to like Javonte Williams. They fed him the ball quite a bit in week 1. CD, he's going to get his fair share. We'll see if they can get George Pickens going a little bit more as the wide receiver too. We'll see. That one's kind of interesting. Both teams, they're 0-1. They're both NFC East rivals. I just think overall the Cowboys have a better team. I think Dak is a better quarterback than Russell at this point in their careers. I wouldn't say that of their careers as a whole. I would say Russell is definitely better. But at this point, Dak is better. I'm going to roll with the Cowboys. They're also at home.
All right. And then you got Pittsburgh versus Seattle. That's going to be a pretty good game. Seattle really hung in there last week, and Aaron fucking Rodgers still showing he can get done as an old man. So crazy to say that he played pretty well at his age. So
I saw something that they did like the 15-year.
Yeah, I sent you a video or whatever
of the a 15-year anniversary of the Packers Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and I saw a meme. It said they had their 15-year anniversary, but Aaron Rodgers wasn't there because he's still in the league, freaking slinging it.
Yeah, which I was surprised that everyone was cheering for Mike McCarthy, to be honest with you, and he lives in Green Bay now.
Mike McCarthy, even though it ended on a sour note, he's a Packer legend.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I did roll with Steelers in this game versus Seattle. They did struggle against the Jets. Their defense did, and Aaron Rodgers looked amazing. That offense looked great. But they're at home, and we'll see. It might be another shootout, but I'll take Aaron Rodgers at 41 over Sam Darnold. And I know it's not just a quarterback game, but I just I really see something in the Steelers this year. Maybe I'm an Aaron Rodgers homer, but yeah, I'm going Steelers in this one. Also, it's DK Metcalf versus his former team.
Yeah. So we got Tennessee versus the Rams. Easily, the Rams will take that one.
Yeah, Tennessee's an interesting team this year with a rookie quarterback. He kind of struggled in week 1 against Denver, but the Rams and Stafford, they were able to get a scrappy win over the Texans last week, which was kind of a tough defensive game. But Stafford just kind of finds a way sometimes. He's a scrappy veteran with a strong arm, can make all the throws still, and they have a solid defense, and I think they're gonna frustrate Cam Ward a little bit. I think the Rams are going to be able to run the ball better with Kyron Williams, and I just think overall they have the better team, and I got Rams in this one as well.
All right, Jets versus Buffaloes. That I'm gonna be honest with you, that might be a little bit all right game, but I think the Buffalo Bills will pull away from that. I'm saying that because the Jets kept up with Pittsburgh last week.
Yeah.
And I think that was a whole new team under Aaron Glenn. Unfortunately, was a Lions coach, and I'm sad. So, and without Aaron, hey, Justin Fields had a day. He went out there and balled against his former team. So did Aaron Rodgers against his former team. Now, Buffalo. Let's talk about Buffalo. Coming back from a 15-point deficit. Holy shit. Can we just say how crazy that ending of a game was?
Josh Allen. That's all I got to say. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
It looked like I heard Keon Coleman, the second-year wide receiver, he kind of had a big game in the second half, and he had over 100 receiving yards, and maybe he'll start to emerge as Allen's number one receiver.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, Josh Allen, I think he is. I mean, everyone thinks he's amazing. On the other side, the Ravens, Derrick Henry was having a night. Lamar,
even DeAndre Hopkins was having a night.
Lamar was having a good game. Their defense just kind of crumbled at the end. I heard I wasn't able to watch the game, but I heard they quit feeding it to Derrick Henry, and he was the engine that was making the offense
He was
go.
playing well. He played really good.
Yeah, all their main guys are really. Zay Flowers, he had a big game. He had over 100 receiving yards. So, he played a good game. But back on track to this game of Jets Bills. This is a game where I think it's either going to be a close one and the Bills
pull away,
or they pull it out in the end, or the Jets just get absolutely destroyed. It's going to be one of those. But either way, I see the Bills winning. Obviously, I took the Bills. Hard to go against them they're actually on the road against the Jets. But maybe Justin Fields is he played solid against Pittsburgh. Buffalo's obviously a better team, in recent history than the Steelers, and we'll see if he can get it done against Buffalo like he did against Pittsburgh and have another solid game.
Man, what I like just not noticing is that first week you could tell all right, let's see who all right, everything looks good. Now week 2 you could tell who's really paying attention here. So for the picks that we have so far. Yeah,
definitely. Going to the next game.
Granted, the Tennessee one is kind of for him, but for Jason, he has Tennessee over against the Rams.
Sometimes people like to pick
and so does Braden.
Sometimes people like to pick the underdog.
Underdog, yep.
Yeah.
So Miami versus New England.
So this one was kind of a tough one for me because part of me is like, Miami's at home. Their offense is going to get it together this week. Tua's going to get it together. They're going to get the ball to Tyreek Hill, Waddle, HN, all those fast weapons they have. But part of me is also like, New England didn't play terrible against the Raiders. No. They didn't lose by a lot. They're a defensive team with Mike Vrabel at head coach. Drake May, he's a talented young quarterback. He had a decent rookie year. I think they're going to try to play ball control offense, and Drake May will make the throws he needs to make, and they're going to be able to play some solid defense against that fast offense of Miami.
Yep, and
so I went with Patriots in this one.
You also got to think too, when Tua gets in a panic mode, he's in panic mode, so he'll start to struggle. And
Tua's he's not one to be able to improvise and play off script. And no offense, similar to Jared Goff in a way.
Whatever. I'm gonna move on from that. So yeah, you're picking New England. We're gonna go to the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Bengals. This might be an all right game.
It might be. Jaguars are able to get a week 1 dub over Carolina. Bengals barely squeaked away from the Browns.
Can we talk about the Bengals offensive line?
Not good.
Not good. Still not good.
Burrow, their offensive line actually their defense, held the Browns to 13 points, but it's the Browns. Granted, the Browns have some weapons, and they got Joe Flacco, old man Joe Flacco slinging it back there. But the Bengals, Burrow didn't have a great game in week 1. He's gonna get it together. He never starts the season off great, but at least they got a week 1 win.
I'm sure they're going to address the offensive line issues.
That's rare for Bengals to get a week 1 win. So that's huge that they even got it, and they're at home. You got 2 back-to-back former first overall picks going up against each other. Joe Burrow versus Trevor Lawrence.
Travis Hunter too. He cut his hair off, and
Travis Hunter had a decent game for the Jaguars. One thing for the Jaguars, one thing they'll have to do if they want to stand a chance in this one against, it's gonna be offense versus offense in this one. It's gonna be Joe Burrow versus Trevor Lawrence, and it's the Jaguars need to get the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. So he's on my fantasy team. He had one catch in week 1, and he had one touchdown. It was on a 9-yard rush.
Oh yeah, I never looked at that yet.
So
Fuck.
If the Jaguars want to stand a chance against a high-powered Cincinnati offense that underperformed in week 1, but let's be honest, we all know what they're capable of. They need to get the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. Regardless, I picked the Bengals. I think they're just a better team. I trust Joe Burrow is going to get the job done at home. And yeah, I'm rolling with Bengals, and it looks like everyone else is too, so far.
Yeah, I would probably go with Bengals on that one as well. Now, this one's going to be a pretty good snooze fest. The Saints versus the 49ers. George Kittle is on IR for the rest of the year, so...
That's rough. That's rough for the Niners.
Yeah.
They're having some issues at the receiver position, man. Ayuk was, he's been out.
They traded Debo over the summer.
But in week 1, Ricky Pearsall, the second-year guy, he had a decent game against Seattle. After
getting shot.
Hey, man, he made it back in the same season.
Many.
I kind of expect him and Jawan Jennings, obviously, but I think Pearsall, he might become that new go-to guy for Brock Purdy.
Yeah, he's a speedy little guy, so.
We'll see what they do at tight end. We'll see if they can get Christian McCaffrey going. They did sign Brian Robinson Jr. from the Commanders in a trade to be his backup, and he's a decent running back. He's a bigger power guy. The Saints, Spencer Rattler last week got the start against Arizona. They started off decent. Alvin Kamara scored a touchdown. I think for the Saints to be successful on offense, they're going to need to get Alvin Kamara going early and often.
They did not play great though last week.
They need to find ways for Rattler to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Get it to your playmakers. They have Chris Olave. They have Rashid Shaheed. They have Brandon Cooks.
Shaheed the feed.
Alvin Kamara, Jawan Johnson at tight end. I think Taysom Hill still plays for them. Like, they got weapons. Get the ball out of Rattler's hands quickly. Get it to your playmakers. But I still think the Niners are the better team, better defense. They're gonna rattle Rattler, and I think the 49ers, I think they win this one actually fairly easily on the road.
Now we got Baltimore versus Cleveland. This is going to be one of those games where I also think like you said, it could be a slosh fest or it could be a close game, just like the Buffalo game. Cleveland did not play terrible last week, to be honest.
I do think this is going to be a good old-fashioned ass whooping, and I think the Ravens are going to
be mad,
dominate.
Yep.
Ravens are going to have like you said, be mad. They're going to have a poor taste in their mouth. They definitely feel like they should have won that week 1 game against the Bills. I think Lamar's going to play great. Derrick Henry's going to come out trucking people over. They're going to be getting the ball to Zay Flowers, D-Hop, Bateman, all those guys. Defense is going to be, keying in on Joe Flacco. They're going to be getting after Flacco, stuffing the run game. And I just think the Ravens are at home. They're mad. They feel like they should be 1-0 right now, and I think they're going to dominate their division rival at home. Ravens over Cleveland.
All right, Detroit versus Chicago. Oh, man, let's talk about
similar situation that we just talked
teams.
about. Yeah,
Detroit, as a Detroit fan and kind of being unbiased a little bit, Detroit's going to come out ass kicking. I'm sorry, Zach, if you watch this is going to happen. Chicago last night. So
my thing is, I think Detroit, they have a similar taste in their mouth to Baltimore. But it's a little different. They came out very stale in week 1. I'm just going to be honest. Like, you can get mad at me if you want, but their offense did not look like
they should have been.
Yeah. They have too much talent to be putting up 6 points until late in the fourth quarter.
Well, you also got to remember we lost I can't say his name.
Ragnow?
No, it's not just him. The Zecatier, I can't remember saying his name right.
You also lost your OC. You have a new OC. And it just looks
Who
like
are playing.
it feels like he's not finding ways to utilize your best players in the best way possible.
Well, not only that, we have a new guy at guard who Tate Ratledge, and you see my clip where I'm getting mad. I knew who it was right away.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are criticizing us because we didn't have him play, or him and another guy play in the preseason very much.
Yeah.
But like Campbell did say, which was kind of true, is we like joint practices, but that's just a preseason game. But I also see the point, like, you got to get them in reps early so they get used to it. Because they're not starters in preseason, but still, you never know.
One thing's for certain, Dan Campbell's pissed losing week 1 to a division rival.
Yep.
He's got them practicing hard this week. They're going to get it dialed in. They're too good of a team to not get it dialed in. They're at home in week 2 against another division rival, and they're going to get the job done. They're too good of a team to go out there and start 0-2. They have too much talent out there. So I am going Lions in week 2.
Can we just talk about Chicago real quick and their game last night?
I picked Bears, and they had it won until their defense let J.J. McCarthy look like Tom Brady out there.
Craig was going to text me like that's what a real quarterback was supposed to look like.
He blindly threw it to Justin Jefferson for that touchdown.
But hey, though, you got to think about it.
He's got good weapons around him. He finally was able to just get the ball to his weapons.
That performance by Caleb Williams was not solid.
First half, he looked really good.
But then later in the game,
the second half, he looked terrible.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened. One thing about the Vikings, Aaron Jones could not get it going. They ended up going to Jordan Mason, and he was doing pretty good for them. And then eventually, McCarthy threw that long touchdown to Jones, but they struggled to get their running game going. I think the Bears were struggling to really run the ball effectively with Swift, and I don't know. Maybe it's time they look at maybe getting Roschon Johnson more reps at running back. I don't know. It's the Bears. They're going to do Bears things. Lions over the Bears in week 2 at home in Detroit.
Yep. So now we're moving on to what?
I was just going to say, moving on to the next game.
The Battle of the Horses.
Colts, Broncos, the Peyton Manning Bowl, I like to call it.
Yeah, the Peyton Manning Bowl. The Forehead Bowl.
So, Colts at home versus Denver. Everyone so far, besides me, has picked the Colts based on their week 1 performance. They came out and kind of shocked some people. Daniel Jones looked really good. He finally has a good offensive line.
But he was playing Miami. Let's remember this, guys.
Miami lost some pieces on defense. Jones has weapons in Indy. But I think, and Denver, really, they barely beat Tennessee. Bo Nix didn't play great. He threw 2 interceptions. But I think they're going to get together. I don't see Sean Payton and Bo Nix losing to Daniel Jones. But this one was also kind of a toss-up because of how good the Colts played in week 1. But I just think the Broncos are a solid team. And I just think that they're one of those teams that's built for the long haul. Colts, they're showing some flashiness early on, but let's see if they can keep it up. I'm going Broncos.
All right. And now we're going down to Arizona versus Carolina. Carolina had a terrible game. Arizona did not do too hot themselves, but hey.
They won.
Yeah, at least they won.
They beat the Saints, which I don't know how.
Back-to-back snooze games.
But I don't know. I mean, I trust Kyler Murray more than Bryce Young, simply put. Mm-hmm. I still think, despite Bryce Young, he got benched last year for Andy Dalton, came back, did pretty good down the stretch. I still just don't trust him that much as my quarterback. And Kyler's already proven he can play in this league. He won Rookie of the Year. He's led his team to the playoffs. Yeah, he's shown some immaturity at times, but the dude can ball. And Bryce hasn't shown he can do it on a consistent basis. And I just think overall, Arizona's better team, better defense, more weapons for the quarterback, and they're at home. So I'm rolling Cardinals.
All right. Now we're getting to pretty much the game of the week is Super Bowl rematch, Kansas City versus Philadelphia. Philadelphia played pretty good last week.
They did, but again, it was a narrow victory over a division rival, no less. But again,
Dallas too. So
again, similar to the Ravens and the Lions, Chiefs are going to be pissed. They're coming off a loss to a division rival in Week 1 in Brazil. They're at home. They're at Arrowhead, first game at Arrowhead of the year. And, even though they're going up against the defending champs, it's hard to go against them. I still, people can say what they want. Like, I'm not a Chiefs hater like some of these other people are. Like, I just think they're good. They've won all those Super Bowls because they're good. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. You can say whatever you want. And it's hard to go against him. Kelsey is Kelsey. Kelsey's kind of starting to get on my nerves. Yeah. But that rookie, that Thornton, the receiver, I think he's shown some promise.
Worthy too.
Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, great running back duo. They have a solid defense. I think they'll get it done. I think it'll be a great game. I think it'll be a close game. But I think one, they're pissed they lost Week 1.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, they need to get their revenge against the Eagles from the Super Bowl. So I just think they'll be playing extra motivated, and I'm rolling with the Chiefs in this one. And I still think they're a good team.
Now we have Minnesota versus Atlanta. Kirk Cousins game here.
Kind of, but Kirk Cousins isn't starting anymore.
No.
But Kirk Cousins will be sitting on the bench for the Falcons against his former team.
He'll be like, hey,
Vikings at home. Vikings did win Week 1, Monday Night Football over the Bears. And it was a close game. J.J. McCarthy looked good in the fourth quarter. Up until that, he looked like I don't know. Who's a bad quarterback in recent memory? He looked like Nathan Peterman.
There you go.
In the first 3 quarters, and then in fourth quarter, he looked like Tom Brady. So,
sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah. I think he's one of those quarterbacks where you got to get the running game going. He's not a big-time improviser. He's more of a game manager type. You got to run. I think it's important not only to get Aaron Jones going, but that Jordan Mason as well.
Right.
And just get the ball out of his hands. Defensively, they got to be able to stop Michael Penix, Bijan Robinson, some of those different weapons the Falcons have.
Yep.
But I think overall the Vikings do have the better team, and I'm going to roll Vikings in this one.
Skull.
No.
I know. I'm never going to do that again.
This next one might be a solid game. It's our Sunday night game. Houston Texans versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, this one could be a tough matchup. You got C.J. Stroud, Baker Mayfield going head to head. Texans coming off a tough Week 1 loss over the Rams. Bucks beat the Falcons in Week 1. Overall, I think the Bucks have a better team. They have a better defense. Baker, I don't know if he's a better quarterback than C.J. Stroud, but he's got better weapons. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Emeka Ibuka.
I think the veteran shit was. I feel like the veteran mentality is going to come in there and probably make him get the dub on that one.
I'd say the Bucks have a little more veteran leadership.
Yep, for sure.
And I would definitely go with Bucks in this one. That's who I've got. And then Monday night game, we got an AFC West matchup. Raiders at home versus the Chargers. I'm rolling Chargers. I think this might be their year to really put themselves on the map. Herbert had a great Week 1 against the Chiefs. I think this year, Herbert's been really good in the past, but he could really have a big year, in his second year under head coach Jim Harbaugh. I feel like in year 1, they went to more of a run-first offense with last year they had J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards. This year, they got a rookie back there at running back in Omarion Hampton. And I guess an aging Najee Harris. They didn't give him the ball much. And I think Harbaugh is going to trust Herbert a little bit more with the offense this year. And I could see the Chargers kind of running away with this one, honestly. Raiders do have They do have Geno Smith, a veteran quarterback. They have the rookie Ashton Genty at running back. Solid defense led by Max Crosby, but Chargers, I think, just a little too much firepower, and I think Herbert's going to have another big game.
All right, I think those are pretty solid picks for you. Everyone is seeming like they're having about the same. The forecast for the picks are looking about the same right now. So
For the most part, there's a few different ones in there.
Different ones.
Braden's got the Giants beating the Cowboys. Jason's got the Seahawks and the Titans.
Rams.
Braden's got the Titans. Braden's also got the Dolphins.
Yikes. So before we end the show here, so we have another thing we want to incorporate this year is top performance of the week and also trash performance of the week. So once we say the person or team, so it'll be based on player, team, or coach, or whatever else we can think of. But main three of those. So once we tell you who it is, we're gonna try to do a vote every week, but we forgot to do it this week, so we're gonna just do it. Top performance this week, I personally would have to give the Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, you're saying?
Yep.
That's a good one. Josh Allen's a good answer. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Aaron Rodgers, my boy.
Okay.
Coming out and showing people he can still get it done. Okay. Trash performance of the week.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I gotta say the Lions. I gotta say it's the Lions.
It's hard for me to say it, but the Lions.
Sorry, man.
I know. It is what it is.
It's just with how good they were the last 2 years, and they come out and put up 6 points until late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, all right. So, Sam, did you have fun today?
Yeah.
Good.
I like who you got. That's, I think, one of the better things, one of my favorite things we do with the podcast. This is kind of my thing. I love predicting games and talking football, and
Well, we're making it something bigger.
I think it's going to be a fun season for who you got, and we'll see who ends up in the TNT title clash at the end of the season.
Cash money, cash prize, trophy talk, I guess. I don't know. I just thought of that on the spot.
It was good.
Yeah, hey, I think season number 2 is going to really shape up to be a good year for us.
Oh, yeah.
And, so Sam closes out.
You've been watching Who You Got with the TNT boys, having fun predicting games. And don't forget to check out Agent Life Media Group and all their podcasts on every form of social media. And my final question to you is, who you got?
See you next week.